In this tutorial, we are going to create the sea, putting into consideration the wave, the reflections, all these kind of stuffs related to the sea surface. Also, we are going to add some rocks on the seashore. Okay, let's start. Continue from the previous exercise or open the file location01.mex found in the working files folder that comes with this DVD. Okay, let us start creating the sea surface. So go to the Create Geometry, click the cylinder button, and in the top view click and drag to create a cylinder whose radius equals to 320, height equals 1, and change the height segments to 1 because there's no need to have 5 segments. And then click the Select and Move tool. In the X value type 300, and in the Y right mouse click the spinners to change it to 0. Name the cylinder SeaSurface. Right mouse click to activate the camera view. Rotate the camera. You can control the camera by moving it in any viewport, or you can use the view icons in the lower part of the screen. So just change the view until you are satisfied. Okay, let's continue. Before creating the material of the sea surface, we want to put light in order to see the effect of light on the material while creating it. In the Create, click the light, and as long as you want to make the sun, it's a good idea to choose the direct light because the rays come from the direct light parallel exactly like the rays of the sun. Click the Target Direct button. In the top view, click and drag to create the source of light. As you see, the light source is on the ground, so we have to raise it. Select the light source and in the front view just move it upwards. Let us render the camera view. So right mouse click the camera to activate it and then click the render button in the toolbar. As you see here, the light source illuminates a portion in the scene and the rest of the scene is dark, so we have to fix this. Close the rendered window. Make sure that you are still selecting the light source and go to the Modify panel and click the Overshoot, check it, so that light would spread everywhere in the scene. And since we are in the sunset time, so we have to change the color of the light to be warmer. So let us choose a warm color. Just change it to more orange. Close. Okay. Also, we need to check the shadows and let us render once again. As you see now, light spread everywhere, but actually there's something strange here about the shadows. This mountain has a shadow while this one doesn't have any shadows. Let's fix this problem. So close the rendered view and let's see what's behind the problem of shadows. Apparently the reason is the fall off is 45 and that's why these are the margins where the shadow is thrown. So we have to increase the fall off . Let's render once again and see. Okay, now you see the shadow of this mountain. We have another problem here. The areas that do not receive direct light are completely black, and this of course doesn't happen in nature. In nature, light bounces from one object to the other, and that's why we never see such black spots. So let's fix this by adding a couple of lights in the scene. So close the rendered window and go to the Create, Light, click the Omni button And in the top view, click to create an OmniLight. As you see here in the front view, the OmniLight is on the ground, so we have to move it. Click the Select and Move tool, and in the front view, just raise it upwards around 80 units. Go to the Modify panel. This, of course, is not the main light, so we have to decrease its multiplier to 0.5 to add some contrast in the scene, and we have to change its color to complete white. Click the Close button, and of course, because this is not the main light, so we don't have to check the shadows. Okay, in the top view, we are going to clone this OmniLight by pressing the Shift key on your keyboard and moving the source of light. Leave the Copy Radio button on, click OK, and then in the front view just raise it a little bit and change its multiplier to 0.25. Right mouse click the camera view and then click the Render button in the toolbar. As we see here, shaded parts became lighter, and this is of course much better. So close the rendered window. Now we have just finished the setup of light, and it's time to create the material for the SeaSurface. Open the Material Editor by clicking the Material Editor button in the toolbar. Go to a free slot and rename it Deep Sea. Click the color next to Diffuse and change it to Deep Blue. Close the color selector window. We want to make it shiny, so we'll go ahead and change the value of the specular lever and glossiness. Assign the deep sea material to the SeaSurface object. Now we want to add waves. Expand the maps rollout, and in the bump channel, click the None button. Double-click the noise map. Change the noise type to turbulence and change the size to let's say 15. Okay. Let's render the camera view. Okay, I think the size of the wave needs to be decreased a little bit, so close the rendered window, and at the same time we're going to change the camera so that we see more of the sea. Okay. In the noise parameters, change the size to 10. And of course the waves should be animated. So we need to increase the number of frames because in the storyboard we have noticed that the duration of the whole project is 300 frames. So click the time configuration button here and change the end time to 300. Click OK. And now go to the last frame and click the auto key because we want to animate actually. Change the X offset to 50 and the Y offset 50 and the Z offset 150, and let us check the animation by clicking on the Make Preview icon here. Okay. As you see here, this is the animation of the material. So close the window media player. Deactivate the auto key. Click Go to Parent. So in the reflection channel, click the None button and click the Ray Trace because actually you want it to reflect everything that's surrounded. Then click Go to Parent button, and in the refraction here click the None button and double click the bitmap and